Bitcoin has crashed below $68,000. The whole stock market is crashing. Gold is crashing. Silver is crashing. The Epstein files have been released. And could this be the reason why? Now, if you guys have been digging into the files, you would have noticed a lot of stuff come out from it. And supposedly, Epstein is Satoshi. Now, I don't know what's going on. I don't care. I look at price action. I'm going to do a very quick video and give you an overview of my thoughts. I keep getting messages saying we're cooked from here. And the question is, are we cooked or not? Now, if you're stressing out, it's likely because you've bought at all-time highs and the market is now dropping and there is nothing you can do except hold. But have a look at the alts. How much lower can they actually go? We'll go over that in a second. Now, regardless of whether we're in a bear market or not, we should expect a pullback. And this could be a possibility. Now that BTC has dropped so heavily, the alts have been very, very strong and resilient. We haven't dropped as aggressively. So could it be that when we get the pullback, regardless of whether BTC takes that all-time high or not, this move down here could result in an extremely large pump in the alts. Now, I believe that is very, very likely going to happen. Now, let me just confirm my thought. Let me just confirm my thoughts on the market right now. Monthly time frame in the regions between 70 and now we're actually at 66,000. We need to go lower. We need to go lower. If we don't tap into this region, at least 65K, and we close above, we're going to come back down one more time. That coming back one more time could result in the total market cap tapping into 2.3 to 2.2 trillion. We'll go over that in a second as well. But I want to see BTC tap into that region there, 65,000. We could go lower. I am not in any positions right now. If I'm going to take a position, I want to see BTC come slightly lower. Weekly time frame, what I'm looking at right now on the weekly is we could come lower, tap into these regions here. We've got an order block resting here and here, down here. And all of these, this area here was the previous highs. Could this act as some form of support for us? Possibly. There's a possibility that could happen. Now, the most important thing is I want to see how we react from these levels. It's very, very important that on the weekly and more importantly on the monthly, we do not break and close below this level, 74,000, because that's going to confirm a change in the state of delivery, a break of market structure on the monthly time frame, and we're likely cooked from there. Then we will be looking for further downside price action. Now, having said that, this is the best opportunity for us because we are almost at all-time lows in majority of our alts. So to summarize on BTC, let's see if we can come slightly lower, possibility of taking an entry around the 65K region, and stop losses, we can put a larger stop loss if you like. You can put it just below 60,000. Swing trade to the upside. If we close on the weekly and more importantly on the monthly below this level, below 74,000, we're likely cooked from here onwards and we will continue dropping down. Now, I want to do a detailed analysis on the previous bear cycles when we were in the bear cycle. I will post it in my next video. Total market cap. Now on total market cap, we still have room to go lower. We tapped into the regions of 2.24 trillion. I want to see price come slightly lower. We haven't yet actually tapped, have we? Yes, we have. We've tapped into the 78.6. So this is a good sign. In fact, this is a good sign because we've tapped into the 78.6 on the total market cap. Therefore, coming back onto BTC very quickly, I do want to see that area tap. I want to see that 65K region get tapped into. If we can get that, that would be a good sign for us. So slightly lower on the total market cap, lower on BTC. That's confirmation for us that we could reverse. All of these areas are in areas where we are strongly likely to reverse. Now, monthly time frame on the total market cap. If we close below this region, 2.32 trillion, we are likely cooked. We're going to come much lower. That doesn't mean that if we close, we're going to continue dropping from here. It means that we've entered into a bear market. We could get the pullback. That pullback could result in an alt season, and we could completely crash from here onwards. So factor this into your analysis. This currently right now is attempting to change the state in delivery and create a break of market structure. Now, on the weekly time frame, what I'm seeing right now and what I've been telling you guys is after this accumulation, this is your manipulation. We've come to the full extent to our downside targets. Now, I've told you these are my downside targets, and it's very unlikely we were going to reach it, but we did. Now, if we continue dropping from here and close below these regions, we are likely cooked. So let's see how the weekly closes around these regions. Ideally, I want to see a close above 2.3 trillion. Now, let's go on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, in my opinion, has been fairly resilient. We've had quite strong price action on Ethereum. Look, we've tapped below the 78.6. We've tapped into the regions I've been calling for a very long time, 2000 to 2100. Weekly time frame, we've tapped into this fair value gap down here. Let's just enlarge on that. We've tapped into this fair value gap down here. This is a good sign. What I'm seeing right now is actually a good sign. We've tapped into our key regions. We've also tapped into this order block. Let's just mark these on for you guys. So we've tapped into this order block. We've tapped into the fair value gap. Let's see how we close on the weekly time frame. Ideally, I want to see a close above 2000. Now, it doesn't matter how BTC and Ethereum close. The most important thing is looking at the total market cap chart, because this will help us. This would guide us in terms of where we're going next. Again, similarly on Ethereum, accumulation, manipulation, can we get that distribution? Can that distribution actually be the alt season? Is very, very likely. The most important thing down here is you need to remain patient. Don't open your portfolio. If you're down 80, 90%, there's no point in looking at it. Do not cut your losses short. Just leave the position. If you have bought at all-time highs and you're down 80 to 90%, there's no point of you selling. Just hold it until we come back up. I'm going to go over some of the alts. Algo is one of them, so I'm down around 40 to 50% on Algo right now. I am not concerned. As we continue coming lower, my next buy point is 0.08. If we can reach that region, I will buy more Algo. Now, if we zoom right out and look at where we are, look how strong the altcoins actually are. Look at the movement we're having. Not so much. We're almost at all-time lows. We're pretty much at all-time lows. This is your sign. Look what happened when we were down here. Look what happened when we were down here. Look what happened when we were down here. We pumped. It's likely that we are in a very, very critical region. We are going to explode. We've taken out this manipulation wick down here. These are all good positive signs. Now let's just go over a couple of other coins. Like is a really, really favorable coin for me right now. If we just zoom right in, we can see we've been trickling down. I've got another alert set for me to buy just above the all-time lows, and I will be filling up my bag on Like. This is a great coin. Even if we just buy around the regions it's at right now and look at the local all-time high, we're looking at around 2,500% return. Couple of other coins. Let's go over CRV. So CRV is a very, very strong coin as well. I want to see price come a bit lower, and I will be buying around these regions of 0.228 on CRV. And I will also add sand into this as well. So looking at sand, I want to see sand coming into the regions of 0.040. I will be buying that. Look, zoom right out. Look where we are. Look where we are in the market. We are at the lows. These are your times to buy. Now, unfortunately, people buy as we are pumping, and that's when they get concerned and start screaming and shouting, it's over, because you buy down here and we drop. You buy down here and we drop. But why don't you buy down here? Because these are the times to be buying. When the market is crashing, you should be buying. If you want regular updates, follow me on my Twitter page. The link is in the description. I will do an updated and a detailed video more about the bear market, the previous cycles of the bear market in my next video. Now, if you like these types of videos, consider subscribing, like, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.